Southerners in general are kind of freaked out by everybody else, am I right? So I'm like, started like the second I crossed the Mississippi, I started to freak out. And I thought, oh my God, Californians aren't gonna like me, they're just gonna be Yankees with suntans. And the truth was, I had based all these thoughts that I had on Californians on like this one lady that I met at the South Carolina State Fair. And what it was is the dairy farmers had all their cows and they brought them all in and they were showing everybody how they get milk from the cows. And they had all these contraptions and these suction cups and these levers and it sucked and it pumped and it gyrated. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally fascinated by this and I'm digging it until this crazy animal rights Californian totally ruins it for me. She's like, oh my God, this is an atrocity. I've never been so offended in my entire life. This would never happen in California. I'm like, oh my God, lady, if it offends you so much, I'll take them off and put them back on the cow. So I started to try to think positively, and I thought, I'm going to California, where it's finally appropriate to have fake tan, fake nails, fake hair, fake other things. Got there and couldn't afford the gas to get any of it done. About you guys, but do you remember that first time that you went onto a military base? It scared the shit out of me. Here I was, married to a guy I didn't really know, and we drive up, and a tank passes me, and a helicopter goes over my head, and my husband looks at this guy, and he looks at him, and they start grunting and barking at each other. What the hell? I mean, the first time you hear the oorah, it kind of sounds like a SEAL's mating call. Well, no one explained to me what that was. I thought he was allergic. I'm trying to slip him suppositories. I didn't know. How many of y'all live in base housing? Oh, Lord, okay. You know what? Who designed these houses? With the shared driveway, and the shared backyard, and the shared master bedroom common wall. So in California, we have like earthquakes a lot, and they're constantly blowing shit up on Camp Pendleton. It's like the first time that my husband had been home in 2 weeks, and we're in the bed, it's quiet, and all of a sudden everybody starts shaking, and the windows start rattling, and I'm like, oh my God, sweetheart, it's an earthquake, get the cats, and let's get in the bathtub. He's like, no, sweetheart, I talked to our neighbor earlier, and he's going on deployment tomorrow. His wife's just saying goodbye. But there's some traditions on base that are so unique and so honorable, and they're just so classic, and I love them. And one of them is the big voice. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's in the morning when the sun comes up. They blast this bugle to let you know the sun's coming up, and they raise the flag. And then again, at the end of the day, when the sun's coming down, they blast this bugle on the loudspeakers to let you know the sun's going down, and so is the flag. And you're reverent during this time. So if you're outside doing something, you just stop and turn and face the flag. So if you're having an outdoor barbecue at 5 o'clock at night, and that bugle starts going, you let that burger burn, damn it. Because you respect. And this is America. And I love this tradition. And I honor this tradition. Unless your husband just took you to Cold Stone Creamery. And you're lactose intolerant. And you're driving home. And that's when it starts. The heat and the chills, the spasms. And you're thinking, why did I get a double scoop? And you can see your house in the distance. And you look at this man that you've married that you don't really know, and you say, sweetheart, could you speed up the car a little faster? I got a phone call I gotta make when we get home. And that's when you hear the bugle in the distance. And that's when he pulls the car to a complete stop. And you look at him and he said, sweetheart, it's colors. And that's when you shit your pants, folks. And you take one for the flag. Can I talk about the commissary for a minute? Okay. Have you guys ever been there and you're in that line at the register, but then it goes back to the bakery and then the fish and then the produce and you're back out at your car, you're like, what the hell, is this discount worth it? Now I'm gonna say something out loud that's horrible and it's terrible, but that's my job. I say it out loud, the things that you're thinking in your head, and MCCS pays me to do it. Now, folks, I love our country's retirees, but I don't like shopping with them. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen that commercial with all the old people in that scooter? They're like, I'm going to the Grand Canyon! I'm calling bullshit on that one, because they're all at the commissary on payday. You'll smell them before you see them, because of the mothballs. But it's always the same dude. It's like this 7-foot-tall guy in his old manzy. That like halfway zips up and it's got some mysterious stains on it. And he's got this hat that sits on the top of his head that says, Veteran, Battle of 1812. But here's the kicker. He's married to this gorgeous 40-year-old, 3-foot-tall Asian wife. And she's nagging him the entire time. Jeremy, you're so fat! Back! Doctor said your blood too high, you can't get that! Jeremy, your prostate is so small, it takes you 10 minutes to pee! You know these people, they live here now. Great, okay, so you feel like, okay, so listen, here's the deal. If it ever comes down to a battle between you and a veteran over the last of anything, take my word, give it to him. There was an incident, Camp Pendleton Commissary, 2006, involving me, a veteran of the Civil War, and a box of ginger snaps. My husband was deployed, and I was menstrual, and I just really wanted some ginger snaps. For the record, I did get there first, and that's when I heard it. I ran away from home when I was 17 to join the United States Marine Corps. I went through all of Korea with no shoes on. There's no cartilage in this knee. It's bone on bone, but I get up every morning to run 17 miles. And I didn't come here today to have some Dependence stores take my cookies. Ooh, wow. Take the cookies. Sir, do you need my kidney? Have it. I did another kind of shopping when I lived on base. Me and my surrogate spouse, Michelle, we used to drive around to the higher ranking neighborhoods and wait for people to PCS and steal shit out of their yards. You know you've done it too. I've scored some good stuff. I had a high chair and a crib. This is before I had kids, people. But listen, when you do go to resell these things at your yard sale, make sure the people were PCSing for real, because that can be kind of embarrassing. I ended up on the blotter. It's fine. I got kicked out of the Los Angeles Air Force Commissary over BYOB. Now look, before y'all think I was drunk ass at the commissary, which is totally legitimate, BYOB in LA means bring your own bag. So here I am, like in the checkout, and the lady's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, we're a Going Green commissary. Where are your bags? I'm like, I'm sorry? She said, your bags. You're supposed to bring your own bags from home. I said, ma'am, I forgot half the shit on my list. You want me to bring my own bags too? Well, we are Going Green. I said, okay, let me get this straight, because I'm from the South and you people think we're stupid, but let me get this straight. So you want me to bring my own bag from my house and put your shit in it, and you call that Going Green, because where I'm from, we call that shoplifting. My husband was true to his word. He was always gone. And you guys know the curse, right? The second they leave, something is going to break. It's like 3 in the morning, all the smoke detectors go out, where do we put the ladder, you step in dog poop barefoot, right? It's like a total curse, though. I hate to tell you, like, even if your husband's doing a B-billet, and we know what the B and B-billet stands for, right? Bullshit. Okay, so My husband went away for like 3 days last weekend, and within 5 minutes, all the lights in the kitchen went out. I fell off the kitchen counter, I got my titty caught in the can opener. A stray cat came up in the house. I started buying all kinds of shit on eBay with my credit card. That's the story. Now look, who thinks we deserve hazardous pay for some of this stuff? But here's the worst situation that I ever heard of. So my girlfriend, she was stationed at Camp Lejeune, and you guys know how hot it can get down here in the South, okay? So she had company come in, and she had a honey-do list before her husband deployed, but he was a grunt, so you know he didn't do it. So here she is, she's got company coming, and she realized that the sealant along the guest bathroom tub needed to replace, and she thought, you know what, I can handle this. I can do this myself. So about 8 o'clock at night, she calls me out in California. She said, I'm going to Lowe's. I'm going to handle this myself. I said, all right, I'm going to get a call in 2 hours. So she went down to Lowe's and she got all the tools. She came back home. Now it's 9 o'clock at night. It's about 100 degrees with 150 humidity. She starts working and she's sweating. She's hungry, and she's tired, and she's hot. She scraped all that sealant off, and she cleaned it up, and she starts stressing out. And she's thinking, why didn't this son of a bitch do this before he left? And she loaded that sealant in the gun, and all these feelings and frustration got to her, and she squeezed, and the gun broke. And she had caulk in her hair, caulk in her hands, caulk in her lap. Ladies, don't mess with strange caulk when your husband's deployed. There's a predator that seeks us out when our husbands are deployed. What's kind of messed up is the MPs let him right on base. Kind of weird. This guy's smart. He knows to come when you're at that point in the deployment where no man has paid attention to you in about 3 months. Quit shaving your legs, lost your toothbrush. What's a shower? And there you are, sitting on the couch, wearing yesterday's outfit, which was 2 days ago's pajamas, eating that raw cookie dough, watching Maury. And that's when